Hey Dave, how are you?
I'm great, Sierra. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So what you working on?
I'm just getting ready for an event here tonight.
Wow, this is going to be a great video no matter what, I think. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's such a great venue. I always love shooting here.
Well, one of the things that I love about you is the name of your company, Dave and a Camera, because it says what
Yes.
you're getting exactly.
Yes.
How long have you been in business?
I've been doing this full-time for about 5 years and part-time before that a couple of years. So about 7, 8 years now.
You've shot all sorts of weddings. Savvy Shields, former Miss America. That's a
Yes.
big deal to me.
Yes.
That is really cool. You know, a lot of people, which I love that Savvy and a lot of people recognize this, a lot of people put thought into still photography, but they don't really put a lot into videography. It's kind of afterthought. Why do you think videography is just important for your wedding?
Well, I think it's just as important because it's another way to relive your wedding day. And they're two very different mediums. And so you have still photography and you have things that video can do that photos can't, like having audio and being able to hear speeches and your vows and all those sorts of things where still you get your photos, but for video you're able to actually relive your wedding day and actually see everything about it.
I agree with you, because the thing is, when you look back, the wedding goes like this and you miss it all, and it's nice to be able to go back and actually hear what's said, because you don't normally hear it at the time.
I mean, it's a blur.
Yeah.
I've had so many couples tell me that it was a blur, we don't really remember it, but we're so glad we got video so we can relive it.
I agree. And so I think, and for me, I go back and watch the video, I think, more than the still pictures. One of the things when people go to choose a videographer though, and I've seen people and they regret this, they go, well, I'll pay a lot for a still photographer, but Uncle Bob can take the video. And I hate to say it, Uncle Bob can't take the video, and you'll be really disappointed. So when I go to look for a videographer, what am I looking for?
Well, I think you want to look for someone who knows what they're doing. Like you said, there are kind of the Uncle Bobs out there, and you want to look for someone who has a good amount of work that they can show and who has a kind of diverse portfolio. I think it depends on what you're looking for, but you also want to look for someone who, like I said, can capture audio and capture the things that you want. Audio is so important, being able to, like I said, hear those vows and hear your father's speech and just all the little moments in the day. And I think most importantly, you want to find someone who fits your style. I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. But there are a lot of other videographers who fit what other couples want. And so I love to create videos that my couples love. And so I think I have a certain style that certain people want. And I may not be for everyone.
Well, your styles are what I want, because I think what I find very interesting about the videos that I've watched that you've done, you manage to make them look more realistic. In other words, they're not as posed and they're not as awkward. You capture those real moments. How do you do that?
Well, I think a lot of it is keeping it very kind of authentic. I love to create films that are not kind of staged, but very real, and it's a very real moment. It's a very real day with lots of emotions and lots of family and friends, and it's a celebration. And I love being able to capture that and bring that to life in a way that feels very authentic to the couples.
Which is cool, because some of the videos I watch, I feel like I'm at the wedding. I don't even know these people, and it does make me feel that way. How did you come up with that way of shooting? It just is really interesting to me.
Well, I think part of it is wanting to make sure that my couples feel the way that they did on their wedding day, and being able to relive that day in a way that feels, like I said, very authentic and very unique to them. Because every wedding is very different, and so each couple is going to have a different experience watching their video. And I love having other people who weren't even at the wedding say, I feel like I was there. And I feel like that's when I know I've done a good job in creating a film for my couple.
So let's take a look at some other places in this venue that would make a beautiful video. And speaking of that, how important is the venue to making the video really beautiful?
Well, I think it's important. It's not the most important thing. Obviously, the couple is the most important thing. And if the venue is something that they want highlighted, I always love capturing the venue.
So if people want to reach you, what's the best way to do that?
Definitely through my website. It's just daveandacamera.com.
And up next, we're going to take you to the place the bride This is going to be your favorite, trust me. It's where she finds her wedding gown. And this is a place that has high-end gowns without the high-end prices.